Okay, kids, let's go around in a circle and introduce ourselves. How about we say our name and our favorite music artist?
Hi, my name's Tommy and I like Justin Bieber.
Hi, my name's Rebecca and I like Sabrina Carpenter.
Hi, my name's Bishop and I like Radiohead, specifically the Kid A album. I just think it sounds really nice.
Who's that?
I'll be honest, people take other people's music tastes way too seriously. Like we got Swifties and D1 Taylor Swift haters living on the same planet. Like, oh, you listen to Taylor Swift? Of course you would. I'm just gonna keep listening to Peak while you're stuck with your trash. Well, what Peak are you listening to? Lil Nas X?
Oh my god, bro.
Now, I don't personally judge people based off their music taste, but if they're just straight up glazing them without listening to anyone else, that's when I start judging you. How are you gonna know you hate Drake if you haven't listened to him? Of course, Drake was kind of a bad example since no one likes him or his new songs anymore because of the Kendrick beef. But if anyone were to judge people based on their music taste, then they should judge me. Because according to the title of this video, my music taste is kinda weird. I guess that's not too bad, but explaining to people why I think Idiotique by Radiohead is peak music is kinda hard. Well, you've heard enough about how my music taste is weird, maybe I should actually tell you what my music taste is. One thing you should know about me is that I really like video game OSTs. I mentioned this before in my last video, but I really like Super Mario Galaxy's music. All of it sounds great and it's super nostalgic. But in all honesty, there's better video game soundtracks than Galaxy. For example, Minecraft. C4-1A has written some of the greatest masterpieces I've ever laid my 2 ears upon. And by the way, when I say Minecraft, I mean volumes alpha and beta. I haven't listened to the rest of Minecraft soundtrack enough to consider adding it all to my Spotify playlist, but a few of them are pretty cool, like Pickstep, Other Side, and the other discs. There's something revolutionary about Minecraft's music. It really stands out from other instrumental music. But why? Why is it so good? Well, it's all about hertz. Hertz is the unit we use to measure frequencies of sound. The hertz value you tune your instrument to can change the way it sounds. Most modern music today is tuned to 440 Hz, but Minecraft's music is tuned to 432. The difference makes Minecraft's music feel more relaxing and nicer to listen to. It's kinda crazy, honestly. The best way to experience Minecraft's music is to play the game yourself and listen to the music in the background. And that's why Minecraft's music feels so nostalgic. Listening to the songs triggers memories from when you played the game. For example, the song C4-1A by Clark makes me feel super depressed and nostalgic in the best way possible. It's kinda hard to explain, I'll be honest. Another cool thing about the Minecraft albums themselves is that some songs are connected with each other to form one big song. You only really notice this on Spotify, but here are the connections. Key goes into Door, Door goes into Self-Woofer Lullaby, Living Mice goes into Moog City, Oxygen goes into Equinox, Clark goes into Chris, 13 goes into Excuse, Cat goes to Dog, and Dog goes to Danny. These are from Volume Alpha, but Volume Beta never really did any of these cool connecting songs. It's kinda sad, honestly. I thought they were super awesome. Let's move on from Minecraft for a bit and now talk about another great game with a great soundtrack. Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is probably my favorite game of all time, and if you ever listen to the soundtrack, you could tell that the game is awesome. The music is nowhere near as good as Minecraft, but it's still really cool sounding. The guy who made the Hollow Knight soundtrack, Christopher Larkin, really knew what he was doing and made songs that fit the game very well. I really like the boss themes like Mantis Lord, Stung Defender, and False Knight. Next up we have, oh wait, hold on. They're playing Radiohead. Mentioned this in the intro, but I do enjoy me some Radiohead. If you don't know, Radiohead is this British rock band from the 90s. You don't hear about them too often, but maybe you've heard their most popular song, Creep. My friend got me to Radiohead. We'll call him Paul, like Paul McCartney. Paul's a big rock fan, and he's very musically talented. He told us all about the band, and I personally liked it. So I did what any normal person would and started to glaze Radiohead to the end of the earth. I really like the Radiohead album Kid A, except I don't know why they named it that. I haven't listened to all of their albums, but out of the ones I have listened to, Kid A is probably my favorite. If you want to start listening to Radiohead too, I probably wouldn't start with Kid A though. It's a really harsh and extreme album, and listening to it first may give you a bad impression on the band. Except that my favorite song of all time is in the album, Everything in Its Right Place. If I had to pick an album to start with, I would listen to In Rainbows or The Bends. They sound more traditional to rock than some other Radiohead albums, so they might be easier to listen to. Honestly, it's a great band overall, and it sounds awesome. So, why did I make this video? Honestly, I just needed an excuse to talk about my goofy interests. I need to do this more, honestly. If you have any music recommendations for me, please let me know in the comments. I honestly need more stuff to listen to. And that's it, the end.